I want to stick with you for a second because I understand that you actually grew up on a farm and have been riding horses since you were young. So does being on the set of Yellowstone sort of bring you back to your childhood to some extent?
Oh my goodness, I feel right at home. The smell of horse poop makes me feel right at home. I'm not even playing. I show up to the ranch and I was like, I mean, besides the mountains, because I grew up in Northeast Louisiana. I'm from a town of 200 people. But yeah, I was on the back of a horse before I could walk. From a very blue collar area. My mom is a teacher. My daddy's a farmer. He farms corn, wheat, soybeans, and oats. So being out there, it felt great.
And Breton and Avon, I'm curious, what do you like about working in the Western genre?
Breton.
Oh, I like, I think, well, I think what we wanted to do with this was to do something different than, your standard Western that's been done so many times before. And so a lot of it was trying to think of a new approach that was different. And then also with this show, it can, it has its very violent moments, and so it's really fun to approach some of the more aggressive music in different ways that aren't just your run-of-the-mill film scoring techniques. So a lot of it is like, playing a cello at like a guitar or something like that, or, just banging on pots and pans and things of that nature, or, bowing a bouzouki in a different way. So it just sounds a bit more aggressive and less run-of-the-mill sort of film score style.
And when Taylor and I first spoke about Yellowstone in the very beginning, we were looking for composers, and a lot of people kept kind of going with the spaghetti Western sound, and it just wasn't it, and then Brian Tyler came in and he said Eastern European, and we're like, yes, there we go. And so being able to use the absolute beauty and the sort of class of music, more classical sounding music from Eastern Europe, and then also for me, having the songs play against how gorgeous half the score is, it's like sometimes it's obviously aggressive and everything else, but very often you see these wide expanses of absolutely gorgeous nature, and you're hearing beautiful music, and you're sort of like lulled into this wonderful warm sense. And then for songs, we very often have very sort of epically quiet songs that are sort of almost like your thoughts, if people are like, if people could hear your thoughts out loud but set to a guitar. And then sometimes we need levity, so like Smell Like Smoke is one of those ones where it's just like, you need to let loose, you need to let off steam, and everyone, needs to smile once in a while, otherwise it's a little much. And so it's really been amazing working with Breton and Brian. Just listen to the score that they do. I mean, every episode, I'm like, my God, it's gorgeous, but also then being able to, help all these new artists is awesome too. It's been an absolute dream working on this show.